And Joanna talk about working hard a Friday night, and all of a sudden the phone rings on a Friday night, and they pick up, and it's Willie and Lorena, right? And they go, man, but we were at the office late, and they called, and they pretty much recruited themselves in the business. You better bet there's Friday nights that we're at the office, and I'm.
Oh yeah.
After hearing that story, because now Willie and Lorena, right, over $1 million hierarchy, 1.5 million. Are you kidding me? You better bet. You better bet we're at the phone on a Friday night and the phone rings. I pick up, I go, Willie? Right? It's like a client, like, I need a second policy, I need to change my bid. I'm like, oh crap, man, this isn't Willie, okay? And it's just the chances, man. And when we came back, you know, taking a little bit off with our daughter and stuff like that, just amazing. But we knew we had to get back to the basics. You know, we had to get back and start recruiting. You know, Coach Whittle always says, it's easier to give birth than to raise the dead, right?
That's right.
And we knew, man, getting back in, you know, last month, we almost recruited about 100 recruits in the base. We recruited about 26 of those out of the 100. And 16 to 18 of them were couples. That brought about 18 to 20,000 extra premium in our business. Licensed 10 of them. 6 are taking their tests while we're here this week. And we knew, man, we had to, you know, people go, how do you get back in and just explode? I tell you, it's excitement, it's energy, it's passion. See, why does a new district sometimes recruit more than the regional or the regional vice president or the national sales director, and they have it all and they know everything? It's because you don't recruit with knowledge, you recruit with passion.
Yeah, there you go, baby.
Get back in and find, I don't know what you got to do to find that, but how could you not? How could you not what's in our business, right? Guys, and you got to always be on, right? There's some timers, part-timers, full-timers, but we're all-timers, right? And it's all times, never letting up, never letting down, always being excited. Guys, true story, I literally recruited someone while I was in labor, having my daughter. I'm not kidding you. In the hospital, the nurse, I was telling her all about Primerica, and she's like, oh my God, my husband. I go, that's right. He needs to get in this with us. I go, I'm in labor, so, but Rob, grab a pen, get the number, right? I'm like, we need to get this.
Oh, say it, baby. Say it, baby.
And we did.
Boo.
He's licensed
Boo.
now. I'm telling you guys, it's
Be
all
my
the time.
boo.
It's not just sometimes,
Say
it's all
it.
the time. It's in you. And along with it, guys, you got to love it all.
Be my boo.
Come with it. Even the little excuses, the things that people say, right? The stupid things that people say. Like, you guys aren't normal. It's like, heck yeah, we're not normal. Normal's broke, right? Normal's divorced. Normal's negative. Normal's anything. If that's the worst thing, we'll take it, right? And people say things like, I had 3 to 4 people of my friends that, man, they tried Primerica, didn't work for them. Well, that was the problem. They tried. Triers try everything, right? I know someone who does Primerica, they do Primerica, they win in Primerica, and they're financially independent because of Primerica.
Oh, yeah.
Doers, not triers.
Woo!
See, I know people that tried marriage, working out, didn't work out. So what's the next advice that we're going to get? I had a grown man tell me his parents said not to do this, so he quit. He was 36 years old. I said, I haven't listened to my parents since I was 5. Like, what's wrong with you, right? I'm like, guys, hey, in closing, let me tell you, man, this is going to be our year. This is going to be it. Do you guys feel it? Guys, look, hey, this is our year. Our game, hey, Super Bowl's over, but our game's still on. Let's go win. Let's go get it done. Let's go build.
Woo! Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh! Woo!
Knowledge and passion.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Our next speaker, he was an entrepreneur at
Yes.
His wife held down 2 jobs.
This is so awesome. Wow. I wish I was in Hawaii on the floor.
But they were entrepreneurs at heart, right? They were trying to figure out what it is they could do next when they were introduced to Primerica, and what appealed to them about Primerica was low startup costs, right? We all come here for different reasons. They came here because they wanted to be business owners, and this made a lot more sense than what they were currently doing. But today they are building a family business. They just promoted their daughter to RVP. I'm telling you, man, please welcome to the stage near-term $500,000 earner, Jeff Mallard.
Woo! Ah! Oh!
Wow, man.
Yeah!
Company in the history of all.
Yeah!
My name is Jeff Mallard. On behalf of my wife and I, Lolita Mallard, we first of all want to thank God for just waking us up this morning.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely correct. Yes, 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 yes.
Our sales have been business as opposed to working for somebody else, building them a business. Man, we're just so excited about everything that's happening. Man, we're looking at being on this daggone stage. But we first got to thank Glenn Williams. We got to thank Peter Snyder. We definitely got to thank the planning committee. The AALC has been a great inspiration.
And I'm joining the African American Leadership Council because I want to show them that as an African American, as a young entrepreneur who's pursuing an educational career, which is good. But before that, I'm on Primerica.
Uplines, $1 million earners, Mike and Regina Evans, number 84, dadgummit. And I got applause, man, for Albert McEwen. Many of you guys may not know him, but we affectionately call him Papa Mac. We would not be here without Papa Mac. We love you. We know that you are not here in the physical sense, but you are here with us in the spiritual sense, and that's good enough for us. Look, guys, I got to thank an amazing group of individuals. Oh, wait a minute, one more person. Our defensive coordinator. You got to play defense, right? Say defense.
Defense. Defense.
We hired the architect, Mr. Fred Flournoy. He's also our coach of special teams. So give it up for Fred Flournoy as well, please. Look, our organization, our young hierarchy is called the Co-op. And that's made up of the ones, that's our base shop. The paid ones, which is TPO, Mika Saunders' base shop. The closers, Jeffrey Tiara Ricardo. The zeros to the right, that's Rob James, and that's under Jeffrey Tiara. Team Exceed down in Texas with Reggie and Charity Reed. Team Dime, who is the first generation for Mika Saunders. That's Cassandra Cortez, and our newest regional vice president. You just heard about that. Our daughter, Tennille Mallow. We're so proud of her and the rest of our organization. Guys, my wife and I, as we got here, and you know when you come on phase 2, you see some of your friends from phase 1, they tell you how amazing it is, and sometimes you got to protect your mind because you're like, ooh, I wish I was there. And I'm hearing about some amazing leaders that's going to be on phase number 3, right? But look, we are on the right phase at the right time because God assembled us so that we can go back and tell our communities what we need to do. So give it up for winning and being on phase 2, which is the best daggone phase. On our first trip that we won, Coach Ward said, I want you to look around. He wanted to make sure that my head was right. He said, look, everybody here are studs. Remember that, Joe? He said, look, this is the cream de la cream. This is the top draw. Well, that's how I translated it. He don't talk like that. But I'm like, he was like, man, this is the best of the best. So we got to recognize greatness. We got to understand who we're around. So this is a great group of individuals. Speaking of greatness, we have individuals from the co-op. We have 20 individuals that have won, including $300,000 earner, Miss Mika Saunders. We have new Regional Vice President Cassandra Cortez. We have, they also have Danielle and Isaiah and Brandy Lee. We also have our new $200,000 earner, our son, his beautiful wife, Tiara, just got inducted to the daggone council. They have 2 individuals. They got Raven and Jermaine Esco. They also have Kiara and Milan Dorsey. We also have Reggie and Charity Reed on phase 1. And not to leave out Brittany Turner and her mom, Michelle. They'll be going regional vice president inside of 30 daggone days. So we're definitely excited about the explosion that's happening in Chicago. Hey, look, guys, we've all heard it said that we're 1 recruit away from an explosion. Y'all heard that before, right? Okay, but what we got to understand, especially new people, is that will not happen by just recruiting one person.
Oh, absolutely right.
Recruit away from an explosion, but it will not happen by just recruiting one person. We got to recruit in the multiples. We got to recruit by double-digit recruiting. Let me tell you guys a story about recruiting. There was a little boy, and I feel like Mike Evans up here. There was a little boy, right? He went on the beach, and he saw all these starfish that were washed upon the shore, and he was picking them up. He had a little canister. He was putting them in a canister, and then he was throwing them back one at a time. And then an older guy walked up, and he said, man, young man, what are you doing? Why are you trying to save these daggone starfish? It's too many of them. And he says it's not going to make a difference. He went and he grabbed the number. He threw that one back, and he said it made a difference to that one. See, we got to understand that this business makes a difference. I thank God for Joe Ward picking us up out of the sand. I know that Mika Saunders, thank God for my daughter picking up out of the sand. Who are you going to go back home and pick up out of the sand and throw them back and give them another shot?
Exactly. Say,
Hey, but look, what if the older guy with his experience say, hey, look, I'm going to help you to multiply. I'm going to go get 3 individuals, and they're going to come back and help us. And then what if that 3 went and got 3? Now, that's 9, right? But what if the 9 went and got 3? Now we got distribution going. 9 to go get 3, that's 27. What if the 27 go get 3, y'all? The 27 go get 3, that's 81. What if the 81 go get 3, that's 243 individuals. And if the 243 individuals go out and get 729, that'll be 2,187.
I love that. You get a man. Hey, go ahead, Joe. Hey.
Bill Arenda came to Chicago. When you hear greatness, you got to follow it. Success leaves clues. So Albert McEwen said, hey, I want you to take a group of your guys. I'm not going. Y'all go and get the message. Bill Arenda asked the question. He said, look, were you guys at the convention? We said, yeah. He said, did you hear what Art Williams said? One person said he said this. The other one said he said, all his old phrases, right? He said, no, y'all missed it. He said, what he said was that this is how we did it. 1 to get 3. But you got to be at the appointed place at the appointed time to get your message. Would you guys agree to that? So look, for the African American Leadership Council, the 19th through the 22nd, the AALC is going to tell you how we did it. You're going to hear from great leaders. And the thing is, you got to be, once again, at the appointed place at the appointed time. But you got to have faith as well, y'all. What I understand that you got to have faith is, you got to have faith to get big in Primerica. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. I know y'all heard that before, but watch this here. It doesn't require a great deal of faith to work a job, does it? You think about it, you get up any time of the day, you see hundreds upon hundreds of people going on the job. That doesn't require a lot of faith. Hey, it don't even require faith to get a life license and write a daggone sale. But it does require a lot of faith to build distribution. It requires a whole
Hey, baby.
to build something big. And look, Primerica allows us to build it as big as we possibly want it. How dare we settle and be mediocre?
Exactly. I'm not living on mediocre lifestyle. I will get my butt at work and grow me a business and make me some money.
I'm going to give you guys one last analogy. When you really get into this,
Oh, I got a life.
People I hang around, all we think about is Primerica, right? You watch a movie. Well, if you ain't thinking like this yet, you ain't truly gotten bit by the bug. Every movie parallels to Primerica. Every daggone sport. I can't watch boxing. Boxing is one of my greatest sports. I'm picturing two giants in Primerica fight. I'm like, God, I can't even enjoy the fight. But here's the deal. You look at boxing, right? And now boxing, especially MMA, they have what you call boxing camps. And in the boxing camp, an up-and-coming fighter, they'll join that particular boxing camp so they can get coached, so they can get trained, right? But when they come in, their job, if they're really ambitious, they want to become a title winner. They want to actually win and fight for the biggest goal, which is the title. But that's the same thing about somebody that joins our base shop. When they decide to go regional vice president. But here's the deal. You go regional vice president, you won a title, right? But look, what if you was a boxer, you won a title 3 years ago? Nobody thinking about that title anymore. When is your next daggone title fight? When are you going to move up in weight class? Hey, look, non-RVPs, when are you going to fight for regional vice president? Regional vice president, when are you going to fight to become a senior vice president? Senior vice president, when are you going to fight to become a national sales director? National sales directors, when are we going to fight to become SNSD? There's always another fight, but we got to be ready for it. Are y'all ready for the fight? I don't know if y'all ready for the fight, but here's the deal, guys. You can't be afraid of losing, though. See, I lost my last 4 title fights with the SVP contract. Even though we did the road work, that's the studying, that's the early morning studying. We sparred with a worthy opponent. We did the question, we watched the edge. We simply didn't have a coach. Now we ended up getting the coach the last time. That coach was David Castleton. I call him dadgummit the Freddie Roach of Primerica. He helped Tanya Poe. He helped Angie Reed. Now he helped us. But here's the deal. We won our title fight, but there's another fight scheduled. It's already been scheduled by the promoters. When is that? That is June 2019. Right? The location has already been set. It's at the Mercedes Dome. But here's the deal. The co-op, we're ready for our fight. We're ready for our title. But are you ready to take your title fight? We'll see y'all on top.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Ah! Oh! Woo! Hey! I was oh, that. Hey!
This next couple, they are
Woo!
leaders. She joined Primerica when she was only 18 years old. She was managing a shoe store. somebody walked in and recruited her, right? He was 23, and he'll tell you until this business, he quit everything he ever tried in life, right? Now, fortunately, they ended up in the same base shop, right? They met there. They formed a phenomenal partnership. Today, they run 2 offices that are separated by the Hudson River. And I'll tell you what, when you talk about partnership, when you think about building a business together, they are the poster children. Put your hands together for near-term $1 million earners.
Yeah, boo! Be my boo! Woo! Be my boo! Be my boo! Be my boo!
Thank you, Julie.
Woo!
Guys, aren't we in paradise? Isn't this place awesome or what, guys, right?
Be my boo,
I know
be
that
my
you guys
boo.
are fighting for Miami, guys, and I can't wait for Miami. It's going to be off the charts. This place is, I think this is the best place that we've ever been.
Yes, as Hawaii is such a sexy place for extra-martial affairs.
Thank you, home office, and thanks to our great company. You know, it was on a trip like this that Glenn and I, we were at a trip, and we were sitting in the back. It was a bigger room, and we were sitting all the way in the back. And any partners in here? Come on, guys, right? And we were sitting all the way in the back. And any partners disagree in here? Don't raise your hand. Don't worry. You don't have to raise your hand for that. And we disagreed about everything. I mean, it was just unbelievable. We're literally 2 lions stuck in a cage. Can anyone agree with that in here? I mean, I think Keith was kind of just waiting, like, are these 2 going to last? It was at that trip that we made a decision, guys, that we were going to commit to each other, that no matter what, that we were just, instead of fighting with each other, we were going to fight for each other. And I think that this is a great trip to kind of do that, or even if you're back home, sit at a coffee shop, you know, hit up a bar, whatever you do best, and go and, you know, sit down and write down what it is that you know, what needs to get done in the business, and what are both partners willing to do to accomplish that. So on a trip, what we did was we defined our roles and we created a foundation, right? And the first thing that we did was we developed a no-quit attitude, a no-quit commitment to each other. We were not going to give up no matter what, not on each other, not on the business, right? And instead of...
ZMR, be my boo, be my boo. I love you as a friend. I ain't trying to take you from your husband, but you're a really cool friend. Oh my God, I've seen you guys progress in the business. You're so excited.
We had that. The second thing that we focused on was working on having a fun environment, creating a fun, inclusive environment. Guys, our external environment is only a reflection of our internal environment. How we feel is how we treat other people, right? So we needed to make sure that we felt good, and when people came into the office, they felt welcome, they felt good. We wanted to create that fun environment. Our conversations with our guys were still always about the next level. We don't want to know what's to the left or what's to the right. What are we going to do to help you get your promotion? What are we going to do to take it to the next level, right, guys? And the third point was, every partnership is different, and this, we had to learn that at that when we wrote down our goals. Every partnership is different, and probably prior to that, we would compare ourselves to every partner in here. Anyone know what I'm talking about in here, right? And we'd be like, you see that partner? Look what they're doing. And we would just like point out what everyone else is doing. And then we sat down with every partnership is unique. Your partnership is unique in here. And so you have to write down your strengths and work on that together, right? There's a partnership booklet. Go on POL. There are some great tips on there from some of the greatest partnerships, not just in Primerica, but in America, right, guys? Some great tips in there and ideas. You know, in closing, it's pretty cool what happens when we stop blaming each other and situations for our lack of success, and we begin to work together to achieve our goals and our dreams. To our team back home and even in this room, guys, and to Keith Otto that you're in here, and Dom and Danielle, we won't let you guys down. We're going to work, guys, and to our Primerica team in here, we're not going to let you guys down. We are strong, guys, right? We're going to be number one, guys. We're going to take this thing to another level, guys. You know, we'll increase and grow in all the areas. I love what Sam Shepard talked about. He did such a great job, right? Glenn Williams in our home office, thank you guys for your honesty, your pureness, and your selflessness. right? You guys continue to make Primerica better, even for the newest person, as Keith always used to say that. You continue to make this company great. And to my best friend, guys, this man has just an...
Oh, Glenn Lee. Ooh, he got so to say, oh, yeah, I done heard this. I done heard his glory. Glenn Lee.
He's just a great, great leader. Great
Oh, the girl, that is your husband, Glenn Lee, from China. From China.
There's going to be so many things that we do that we know we can get better at, and just own it, make it better, and let's go out there and build something big together, guys. Right, guys? So please, help me introduce, guys, my best friend, the love of my life, Mr. Glenn Lee, guys.
Woo! Yeah, K-Show was big. Ooh! What extra martial affairs? Extra martial affairs. Woo!
She was just yelling at me in the back.
Ah!
Awesome. Hey, listen,
Extra martial affairs.
different shape once we got married, and I think that one of the things is because there's so many different things. I'm going to talk a little bit about partnership and kind of relay off what CEO talked about. But there's different types of partnerships, okay, that we form when we're in this business. And the first one is really with the home office, okay? I mean, if you take a look at the home office and what they do for us, from everything from compliance to the contest that we just won over here. Hawaii's always been our favorite place. If it wasn't so far from home, I mean, we would definitely move here, okay? But it's too far, and it's about a day away. So it's funny because when my father first came to this country, he went to New York, and my aunt, which was his best friend, and they were very close siblings. They came from Hong Kong. She decided to go get a job in Hawaii, in Oahu. And my father decided to go get a job in New York. And then all of a sudden, 30 years later, 40 years later, like our whole family's over there, my aunt's whole family's here. And I go, what, if we could go back in time, we would switch up a little bit, you know what I mean? No, but obviously we love where we're from, okay? But the partnerships with the home office, first of all, the technology. I mean, the technology, Mike Adams, just phenomenal. And it's awesome. Anything that you need, I'm horrible with technology. I'm the only Chinese person that's not good with technology.
Oh, don't say that. You're going to be good, baby.
Like, I go on there and I try to search.
Swell your horses. You're going to be good.
I see our newest recruits, newest teammates, they're on there figuring everything out. And I'm like, CEO, figure this out for me. And she doesn't know how to figure it out either, So, okay. But, no, she figured it out, but, But it's funny because we'll call Mike, hey, what do I do over here? What do I do? And he'll send reports, and then he'll send us reports, right? And what's awesome is PFN. It's funny because we just recruited a couple in New York, and I'm sitting down with this couple, and there's a little bit of a language barrier. My Spanish isn't that good. And CEO wasn't in town that week, so I'm sitting down with them and go, hey, listen, you got to get off to a fast start. You got to put together a list. We got to go see people, get your 3x3 bonus immediately. And he's like, oh, so I get licensed. I go, no, yeah, you get licensed, but let's go see people immediately. Let's go hit your 3x3. Let's get off to a fast start. Hit your bonus, hit your promotions. He goes, oh, so you want me to not show up to training? I go, oh, you know what? Let me go on PFN. And let me click on Willie Naranjo. And I click on Willie Naranjo's video, and he's got this thing that he breaks down with licensing, and I play that clip 10 minutes, and then I look at him and he goes, oh, so I gotta get people off to a fast start. I gotta go off fast start, put together a list, and go get licensed. I'm like,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, baby.
Form that relationship.
Yes.
Right? And we gotta understand technology, okay? And I've been kind of going away from that for a long time. Another thing is our partnership with our teammates. Okay, our teammates back home, our teammates over here,
I
the
am
Dragons,
so
right?
professional.
But also with the Empire Builders, all right? Any Empire Builders in here? All right. And our partnerships with our leaders, okay? We're Keith and Danielle Addo, obviously, we've been coached and mentored by them since the beginning of time, and thank God they had an environment where we were able to plug in. And it was an environment where we could grow, And it's funny because we plug in with Bill and Leslie Widow at their events when they're with Patty Schechter, right? And it's crazy because you couldn't be more different than Keith Otto and Bill Widow. Like we're from Jersey and New York, and
Oh, I know your address. I know your address. I will come for. I know your address, Pembroke. I know your address. I'm gonna come find you and stir up something. I'm gonna stir up something.
Our partnership, but I want to go over real quick the 4 characteristics of an unstoppable partnership. Okay, and the first one is the first characteristic is it has to be rewarding. What does that mean? That means there's got to be room enough for each person to shine. And obviously, you know, I'm A personality, CO's A personality. And we can fight, okay? Because sometimes, like, I don't try to fight for the limelight, and she doesn't, but sometimes it's just part of our personality. Does that make sense? And sometimes we got to give credit where credit's due, and we got to let the other person shine, especially, and you can't take all the credit, she can't take all the credit, we got to take credit together. Does that make sense? And each person's got to get rewarded, okay? Second thing is cohesion. Being a unit, okay? What do I mean by that? See, first of all, our partners need to trust us. Does that make sense? What do I mean by that? They got to trust that we're not going to turn our backs on them and we're going to put together a game plan and then we don't go up and we destroy everything. Does that make sense? Because I kind of sometimes have the attitude of that as well. But it's got to be collaborative and loyal and solid, okay?
Glenn Williams.
The team needs to know that it's so important for the team back home and our teams here to know that we are a unit, okay? Because when you recruit people, man, sometimes they play you up against each other. Does that make sense?
Well, you should have seen Kobe. He was funny.
You guys are a unit, okay? The third thing is it's got to be open. Not an open relationship, but what I mean is you gotta set aside preconceived notions about the other. See, when I first joined Primerica, we were at a point in our life where things were working out. We got our RVP contract, and CO, you know, obviously she hit her 30 by 30. She got her green jacket at the time, which is the future jersey before we did. But when we got together, she was a regional leader, and I was a regional vice president at that time. And her numbers weren't at the best, okay, at that time. Okay, I'm cleaning this up. Hold on. Try and make a point, okay? But the point was that people evolve. And at that point when she came in, she goes, she didn't like the field. Does that make sense? She was great at prospecting. She could go get 100 numbers in a day, and then she would go, Glenn, call these, or she'll call them and she'll go, Glenn, you sit down, do the one-on-ones, or do the appointments, and I would do that. But over time, over the years, see, what happens is people evolve, and she over the years became just as good in the field as we are, maybe even better, right? She's just as good as doing one-on-ones and closing people as we are. But sometimes I can look at her and say, you know what? But when we first got together, right, and I could still treat her that way. Does that make sense? Or she could look at me and she could go, you got no R in you, right? You're not a big relationship person. Because when we first got together, the only relationship that I wanted was the one with her. You know what I'm saying? But the relationship side, you know, I would listen to a lot of CDs and tapes of people talking real tough, and it was stage talk. But I would use that same verbiage with people one-on-one. You guys with me on that? I go, if you can't set up your own appointments, leave. Yeah. And then I realized,
knock your head down. You ain't
that's
nothing.
That what you say in front of the stage in a general session in a manager's meeting with very tough people. Does that make sense?
Son,
but not to the person that just put in an IBA. Okay. So what happened was, so as she came aboard, think about this. As a human being, in over our lifetime, we shed over 40 years, okay, of outer skin. And what's crazy is, over the years, every 7 years, we are a new person. All our cells completely change in our body. That means really our genetic makeup is completely different after 7 years. So we've been together for a while, but we can't treat each other the same. See, maybe you just started your partnership, and maybe your spouse is a little younger, you know? Or maybe like when Carlos and Sarah started, Sarah was 12 years old. You remember that? But he can't treat her like a 12-year-old. She wasn't 12. I was kidding. Okay, but you guys with me on that, right? So our partners evolve. Let them grow, okay? Let them grow. When we first started going out, she was a vegetarian. She still is, right? And I used to think, man, you know, I'm going out with a vegetarian.
Oh my God, Glenn, don't diss your wife. Don't do
Then I
that.
realized going to some of these restaurants, it's more expensive eating at a vegetarian restaurant than eating in a steakhouse. You know what I mean? But guys, listen, we gotta make sure that over the years, as people, I don't know how I said that, but over the years, people evolve, okay? And the last thing is really toleration, okay? Tolerating, okay? We're different. I've heard people talk about opposites attract, okay? But I also heard people talk about like attracts like, okay? But I also heard if you sneeze too hard, okay?
Push
or
it down.
If you hold a sneeze, you can rupture, okay, a blood vessel. But if you sneeze too hard, you can fracture a rib. I don't know about you, but I'd rather fracture a rib. So sometimes we gotta let stuff go. Does that make sense? If we have partners, okay, sometimes at the end of the day, we gotta let stuff go, okay? And it's crazy, but you also gotta know what you gotta let go. In 1999, Google was almost sold. The owners of Google almost sold Google for $750,000 to Excite.com. Where are they right now? But they held on, and Excite said, no, you know what? We're not gonna sell. We're not gonna buy. And Google held on, and now they're a $300 to $400 billion company.
Oh!
You got to hold on, even when you think about giving up. Does that make sense?
That's
Guys,
right.
Listen. Our partnerships are special. If we keep our partnerships, okay. If we keep on keeping on with our partnerships and working together, and we have cohesion, rewards, okay, and we're tolerable, guys. We can be unstoppable, okay. Let's make it happen, guys.
Woo! Woo! Kiss your wife. Be my boo. Zilbar, be my boo. Woo! Woo! Kiss your wife. Kiss your wife. Jesus. Kiss your wife. Ah! Woo! 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 Woo!
We've never been this strong.
Ow, 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 ow.
I challenge you to lead from the front, do what's necessary, and make it happen for your family.
We haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what this great company is capable of. Who's with me?
Everyone in this room can be a winner. Everyone has what it takes.
You can achieve anything you want here if you're willing to have productive dreams. Your dreams are not replaceable. You gotta fight for your dreams. How many of you guys ready to fight for your dreams? Don't you let nobody.
Please welcome Jeff Reed and Kurt Nethersoul.
Hey, buddy.
Our greeters for the second round of recognition, the great Mike and Stephanie Tuttle.
Recognition! Woo! 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 Wow! Woo! 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 Woo!
Get this started. Top 10 RVP and above. New life licenses.
Ow!
Cooper
Oh! Oh!
and Vanessa Young. Alex and Jenny Diaz.
Woo!
And Lolita Macia.
Damn it!
Miguel Illich. And Haj Singh.
And only one number one, but finished the end of the year at number 2 behind California, Willie and Lorena Naranjo.
Woo! That is so exciting! Oh my God! Oh, imagine me getting recognized. OMG! Oh my God! Woo! Let me get recognized.
New life licenses top.
Woo!
With 55 licenses, Renee. With 65 licenses, Clara and Dennis DeBree. At number 2 with 78 licenses, Mark and Kelly Blass. And at number 1 from Litchfield Park, Arizona with 80 licenses, Jim and Jody O'Reilly.
Oh my God! I wish I were there. I wish I were there. I wish I were there.
At first, NSD. At number 5, Glenn Simmons, Giamora Lee.
Woo! 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 God, I wish I were there. I'm going to South Beach. I'm not going to forget that. I'm going to grow my Lord. I am not stop that. I'm going to grow my recruiting. Woo! Woo!
At number 2, the Dancing Machine with 142 licenses. And Regina Evans.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, fishy.
With 154 licenses.
Woo! Ow!
Top 10 at first, new life licenses. Assad and Lois Farage.
Mike and Regina Evans. Satish and Madhu Chawla. John and Patty Lavin. Jimmy Meyer and Kimberly Witt.
Oh!
And Alicia Ward.
Woo! Oh boy!
Danielle
Oh boy!
Oropesa.
Excitement! Hi! Omar!
And only one number 1.
Woo! Oppresso! Woo! God, he is Yeah.
Licensing growth, top 5 in the base shop. At number 5, Jeff and Kelsey Fieldstad.
Go, Joe, yeah, boo! Boo!
At number 3, Diana Macias. At number 2, Alex and Jenny Diaz. And there can only be one number 1. Again, Willie and Lorena Naranjo.
Thank you, Mike. Cheeseburger. I can love inside the egg team. Burn. Woo!
Top 10 personal, all levels, life premium. Chassis and Mia Brown.
This is my, God, I swear, I'm going to fight hard to go to South Beach. I'm going to fight hard to go to South Beach. I'm going to fight hard to go to South Beach. Okay, when this reaches 40 minutes and some seconds, I'm going to stop. I have recruits, but don't worry.
Juan.
Whoa!
Adrian and Esmeralda Sandoval. Frank Badu. Isley and Luis de la Cruz. And only number one from the great state of Connecticut, Tony and Shelly Narain.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, yo, hot boo. That's your boo.